I'm Samantha Nájera, and this is the Bean and Chisme Show. Welcome. Welcome to the land of comedy, community, culture, and of course, Chisme. I'm Samantha Nájera, your host. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are live here in San Antonio, Texas at Credit Human, the credit union here in downtown San Antonio. And of course, we're at the beautiful Pearl location. We've got a fully loaded show for you tonight with a very special guest, country star, Louie TheSinger. You don't want to miss this episode, you guys. The Chisme is about to go down as usual. So thank you for joining us, and make sure to share this with all your friends because it's about to go down. But before we get to the Chisme and our special guest, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, of course, Credit Human, this beautiful credit union we're in. They are dedicated to helping everybody with financial literacy, financial wellness, and they want everybody to win and make it easy for us all to prosper. So shout out to Credit Human, and thank you for allowing little chismosas like myself inside the building. I never thought I'd make it this far in life, but here we are. And of course, Moat. They buy, they invest, and they sell. They have been investors in the real estate game for 30 years, you guys, and they do owner finance. No big hassle. They want everybody to own a piece of property. Why rent when you can own a piece of land or a piece of property? So don't forget to follow our friends, of course, the sponsors, because without them, we don't have a show and we don't have Chisme time. And everybody loves their Chisme time. So I got with my girl, Nina Duran, of course, you know, my old co-host of this wonderful show. And we came up with a series called Casas Feitas. And you guys, you have to watch these skits. They're hilarious. I don't like everything I do, but I think this is hilarious. These are real properties that are all messed up and they smelled like dog poop and dog pee when you walk in. And believe it or not, they're on the market and they go fast. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Hi, I'm Samantha Nájera.
And I'm Nina Duran.
And this is Casas
Feitas.
We are here on the southeast side of San Antonio where the dogs roam free. We're here at the Tumble Abode.
Yes, we are. Where one man's trash is another man's piece of luxury.
That's right. Let's go in and take a look.
Whew. That just killed pet smell really hits you in the face when you walk in.
You know, the heat is one thing, but that smell is something else.
Something else.
These built-in shelves are an instant classic. Is that a fireplace?
Shut the front door. No, really, shut the front door.
Oh.
This master bedroom features a beautiful Juanito and Juanita sink. It also has one of my favorite features of any house, a hot tub where you can relax after a hard day. Realtor not included.
You can really see the hand craftsmanship on these, especially these handles with golden lacquer. And don't forget the hiding spot for all of the snacks. Good for hiding all the snacks from the family's diabetic.
This house offers a state-of-the-art kukui closet. Once he's in there, y'all, he can't come out. He's locked forever.
Oh! And last but not least, you need your suegra out the house. You just open this sliding door and boom, 10 feet straight to the ground. It's perfect. I'll never let you go, Jack. Let me go, I'm good. You can let me go. Oh, yeah. I won't. No, let me go. I can't. Really. Bye. It's okay.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Casas Feitas. See you next time.
Bye.
All right, you guys, I hope you like that skit called Casas Feitas. We're going to come out with a series of these things with our friends over at Moat. So again, thank you so much for the sponsors for letting us do those fun skits. All right, you guys, without further ado, I have tonight's country star, Luis Alfonso Palacios II.
Yes, what is up?
AKA Louie TheSinger. Welcome to the show.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
I've been trying to get you on the show for a minute.
Man.
So I am so glad you're here.
I was gonna say, well, I'm glad I'm here finally. San Antonio.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So, I saw that on your schedule you were gonna come to San Antonio, and I was like, oh my gosh, can Louie TheSinger come to our show? And we made it happen. So
Awesome. Yeah, Aztec Theater, September 20th. One for the hometown tour. It's cool. It's my second time for the Aztec Theater, so.
Nice. Are you excited about this? So you came out with One for the Hometown as an album, and now you're on tour, and it
Working the
kicks off.
music,
It's
yeah.
already kicked off, or it's going to kick
It hasn't kicked off, but it's crazy because they added some dates and removed some stuff, but it's cool. But we're starting off actually in Fresno. So we'll start off in Fresno, California. I'm headlining a festival out there, the Giddy Up and Groove. Shout out to the West Coast. Then we come down to do a benefit concert September 7th for the Kerrville flood victims, and I'm going to do that at home. And we are announcing actually the venue Sunday. We haven't even announced it, but yeah, we're going to do it like super last, like we don't, because it's only holds like 250, 300 people. So it's first come,
special.
first serve. Yeah, unfortunately. And plus I have the State Fair in Dallas coming up around that same area, so.
Nice. Well, for those of you who don't know, Louie TheSinger, Alfonso. Do your homies call you Alfonso? Can I
Nah,
call you?
just
No,
Louie.
just you.
Nah, just Louie.
He's a country music singer, and he's a Texas boy from Fort Worth, Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
And he's been doing this for a minute. He's been in the music game, but he's got some awesome music. He writes well. Everything is amazing, and he's got a lot of great features like Chris Pettis, Paul Wall. And so if
yes.
you're from Texas, y'all, this is our people. And I like that he's Chicano. He's Mexican, American, you guys, and we got to support our gente. This show is about comedy, culture, community, and of course, when I saw you, and you popped up on my feed a couple years ago, I think on TikTok.
Awesome.
And I was like, who is this boy who they say he went to prison and then he's got tattoos and he's singing country music? Like, what? Because I love country music.
Yeah, me too.
But then you see a Chicano, a Mexican singing country music, and it catches you off guard. It caught my attention.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, tell us how you got started.
I've always wanted to sing and kind of be around entertainment, but like I used to dance and stuff when I was younger, but I started singing in my early teens, and then, you know, as I got older, it became something I wanted to do. Like it was really like something I really wanted to chase. So I've been chasing this like the dream since I was 15, pursuing it, like actually recording songs. I was 17, you know. I dropped out of high school. I went to 12 high schools. Like I'd already been in and out of juvenile since 14 years old. Like I went
So
to,
you've always been a necio.
yeah, I was. And the first time I got locked up was 17. Kind of led to, you know, dropping out. But I got locked up as an adult. And after that, you know, things just kind of like went left, man. You know, just, you know, being young. I had young parents. I was the oldest, you know, and then I caught a deal in California just singing on the street. Yeah, I'm for real. Like Prima J, I don't know if you remember them performing. Well, Prima J was performing in downtown Fort Worth in 2008, and we were breakdancing out there, and somebody had seen us breakdancing that happened to know them, a.k.a. one of the girls' dad. He was like, you want to meet the girls? So we went back there, long story short. I sang to the girl group.
Okay.
And the manager heard me, and I was 18 years old. I was literally, and you know, I've talked about, I was, at the time I was at Echo Lake. That's where I was sleeping at. And I was breakdancing over with the homies in downtown, and we went, and the guy, his name was Bruce Johnson, he heard me, and like 6 months later, he moved me to California and just signed me to a management deal. And I was in a boy band, and we had the same manager as another girl group, and that's how I met Becky G. Becky was in the group. And so that's where that relationship started. She was younger than me. And then I moved back to be a dad. Like, I just quit everything because I was, you know, it was just moving fast. I had never left the hood, like, let alone now I'm in Hollywood. Like,
This is like a lot. It's a
overnight.
lot.
I was sleeping at a park months before that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
wild.
And, you know, so it's like, that was that. But I mean, I always kind of knew, you know, music was, it's going to somehow, someday. I knew. I hate to say it like this.
But you
I
knew.
always knew.
Yeah.
But I always knew that it had to be done right. My mom always used to tell me, like, you do have it, you do, but you're putting the money, but you're not putting the right things into it, son. So you're not getting the right results out of it. Putting the devil's money into it, you're gonna get the devil's results. So I got that, you know. But like, I went to prison and all that stuff, and you know, and I was in and out of jail. You know, I'd already been in and out of jail for other stuff for a long time, in and out, missing on tours, missing opportunities for being locked up and like on drugs and just running around with the homies and really just messing up, just out of character stuff, you know. And then eventually, but I've always had music. Like that has never gone away. Even when I went to prison, that was my worst thing. I caught laryngitis, so my throat and my voice was out, which was like a big thing to me. It was weird. It hurt. And then I went to prison and I couldn't do music. That was the big thing. And then I ended up finding out that they have a band in the church. And I'm like,
In prison?
yeah, it's in every
You were
prison.
like, sign me up.
Well, I got, man, ooh, boy. Lord forgive
Would
me.
they let you? Would they let you?
Yeah, I
Because I saw
signed
you
up.
play piano.
Yeah. So I signed up and I was like, trying to get in there. And eventually that's where I found, the connection with God. Like I realized like, man, this is actually what my mom was talking about, but she didn't know how to explain it to me because God's way to me, just like everybody else's, is different, So mine was through music, and so I was making songs in jail. We were taking like Johnny Be Good, making them into Jesus Be Good. Simple Man was Sinful Man. So you had to make them church worthy to get to sing them in church. But as long as they were, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had to
so
make 'em
we had
Christian
fun. So we're still
based
jamming
songs.
and we're singing, and that's always fun. That's when I fell in love with the music again, and try messing up in front of a lot of them fools. That's a whole different situation. You're messing their music up for the week, but it becomes one of those things where they look forward to it. Hey, S.A., you gonna be singing? You gonna be singing this weekend? I'm gonna be in church, brother. And it was a cool thing, And so I got out and I said, man, I got to get this right. Still stumbled a lot when I got out. Like I caught more charges, and then I got, even more charges. And we beat those charges barely last year, And people
What?
didn't even know. I barely even got to tell everybody. But yeah, I had, I had open gun charges, man. Yeah. But
That's so
we're here.
crazy. So how do you feel now? Like, what does it feel like right now in your life,
Free. No, I'm just kidding.
personally and professionally, to be in this moment where, like, I'm sure there was moments where you didn't think it was going to happen. You know what I mean?
Oh, all the time. Oh man. Now, I mean, that's it. We don't take it for granted. Like we love every second of this. We're appreciative of everything. Like we don't ever want nobody to think, like we didn't, appreciate any opportunity, because I remember when nobody cared to sit down with me, So
Exactly.
that's a big thing for
Remembering
me.
those moments.
Yeah, and it's like not in a big way. I mean it in a big way and I mean it in a small way. It's just music. I'm just a singer, nothing huge, but I mean like music is moving, it is a thing like that. So I don't know. I'm just here to like make music, have fun, and meet people. It's cool. It's like if that's your job, like shit,
Right? Sign me up.
Can we can't cuss on here, can we?
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say
Say what you
sound never mind.
You can do it.
Nah.
She knows. Her mom's a
See,
comedian.
Nah, I was just gonna make dumbass. I was like, I don't know too many jobs that are like that, except
No.
for my weed guy,
Hey,
I'm just kidding. Dead.
we won't mention his name on this episode after.
Yeah, for sure.
No, so so funny you say that, but no, it is a blessing, and it
Yeah.
is an honor. I tell people too to do what I do, to get to know people like you,
Yeah.
to have a show, to have a platform where people are listening.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have talent. You're very talented. I've heard your music; it's great, and also you have the personality. You have it, because I've seen his videos, and if you haven't seen any of his music videos, they're very well produced. And I'm a filmmaker myself, so my eyes like I'm looking at this production quality, so it's good. But it's funny. You're funny.
Thank you.
You put a lot of little jokes in the music too, and the writing. I'm like,
Thank you.
I see you.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just having fun, man. It's not even like a genre or nothing. Like, I mean, at this point, like I don't know what to call it. It's just having fun making music. We were just out last time. I think one of the times we were out here was we won at the Tejano Mundial Award. So it's like,
Oh,
it's just a blessing, man. It's just, we're willing to be accepted wherever we're accepted.
so you've grown up obviously on country music.
Mm-hmm.
Is that always the genre you wanted to be in,
No.
or did you?
No, I used to do R&B music. I used to do R&B hip hop music. Like I grew up doing all kinds of stuff, but I think each time as I got older, it became different. Like at one point, as I got older, I wanted to do just like some sing. I just wanted to sing, And then I just realized, what music was to me was just like my therapy, and it was who I was, So like the more I could just be me in the music, because there was a lot of times I would sing R&B songs and stuff, and they'd be like, he's got this twang, and it just don't make sense.
the country
He
twang.
needs to sing higher, and I'm like, I just don't sing like that. I sing how I sing, And so, as music progressed and as music evolved and as I evolved as an artist of who I am, kind of just met in the middle, But I grew up on Selena, Tejano music, country music, even the hip hop stuff, heavily hip hop, like heavily on the R&B stuff, especially with the piano. Jamie Foxx is my favorite vocalist, and he's not a country singer.
I love him.
I love Jamie Foxx.
Oh my
And of
God,
course,
I
I
love
want to
him.
get into acting and stuff like that. He's one of the guys. He's from Terrell, Texas, like an hour and a half.
He
from me.
sure
I've
is.
never met him, and I'm probably not ready to. But I'd probably freak out. Yeah.
Do you feel like that's your man crush, celebrity crush? Like
That's
out of
not
all
a
of
thing
them?
for me, but
Oh.
that's
Oh,
kind of
okay.
weird. He said, but I'm a big Jamie Foxx fan. Like I'd be like, dang,
You're
fool.
a fan.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Let me call
Nah,
him, because I'm from Terrell.
Call
so-
him. Not from Terrell.
No, I'm not, but I know people
No,
from Terrell, Texas, and his real name is not Jamie
I
Foxx.
know it's Eric Bishop.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Please call him.
Eric Bishop from
Thank
Terrell,
you. Yeah,
Texas.
I'm a big Jamie Foxx fan, man. So I grew up watching him. I was like the funny guy in school. That's really what it was. And girls didn't take me serious outside of the best friend and the buddy. You know,
got friend zoned?
yeah, all the time growing up. And so I learned to play the piano, and then I didn't.
He flipped it around
I
real
played
quick.
the piano and the
when he was
singing
like,
stuff. I realized early on that was, that was a good way to get there.
You got game.
No, I just like to sing, and I realized, hey, I wanted, to be. I don't know. I was a young guy. I wanted to get the girls or whatever you call it. And I just never did. So that was my only way I could do it.
Well, I'm sure it's very different for you now.
It's different now, and
How do you
different ways.
handle that? So I, even when I just post you on my stories or whatever, I get the girls that are like, oh,
Yeah.
and I'm sure at the shows they throw their chones at you and their bras and stuff.
Man, what's funny is like we had this weird phase of shows back to back where I was catching them without looking. And like I'm in middle of
now you're becoming a Jedi ninja. Like
I know, right? I was like, watch this. Eyes closed, and it's just like a magnet. Like Ultra Instinct and Dragon Ball. Like I see just
yes.
and I kept
What do you
doing
do
it.
with them after? Do you collect them?
Well, we have the pile, and we'll just kind of put them on there because they get smart. They put their numbers on them and stuff. I don't know. Sometimes they don't. I don't know. I don't know. You could tell some of them been worn. So I don't know. Maybe sometimes they're like, oh,
No,
maybe they think that I'll like that.
Yeah, but do you? I want to know on the Bean and Chisme show.
I'm buzzing like everybody else. So whenever Dan puts his nose in them, that's on Dan. Yeah.
So your crew gets the benefit of the chones and the bras
100%.
as well.
They're on his guitar strap right now.
Dang, Dan. Shout out to Dan.
Yeah. They call him Dan the Man.
And he's your guitar?
Yeah, he's one of the guys on the strings. Oh, him,
On
Aldo.
strings. What kind of
Yeah.
string? Good electric?
Yeah.
Acoustic.
Yeah. He plays acoustic. We got Aldo. Bob plays keys with us. Chris Perez on electric. And then Gmo plays electric as well. So
Shout out to Bobo.
shout out Bob on the house.
Heyo. So okay, the women, how do you, because you have to live the rock star life, right?
Nah, I mean,
But then how do you stay out of the drama?
I'm just not in it. Like that's just it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only hard part, like I am at the ranch sometimes, and like there are like girls that pull up there and stuff like that. Like, I think those are only hard parts, where like, they follow to the Airbnb and stuff. Like it does get kind of crazy sometimes. Like people don't understand like how wild, because some of these women think they're talking to me because of the scammers, like fake pages and stuff.
They're in a fake relationship with you.
Oh yeah, this has been like 3 years we've done this. Yeah, we've been on the road doing this for like 3 years. So it's like, we're used to it, but at the same time, like it gets scary. You know how many guys think we're talking to their girl? People don't understand. Like
That is so
nobody would ever think about
creepy.
it, like until you're there, and the things that come with it. But we're not, it's not that we're not. Like, we just don't bring it up all the time. Like I let people know about the scammers all the time, but
Yes.
I do music. That's what I talk about. So I'm not sitting here gonna run around like, hey guys, we're not gonna deal with this. No, we're just hey, when the fans are here, the fans are here. And then they mess it up for other people too, because like some of these fans get mad when they cancel meet and greets because these women get, they threaten us. They'll be in meet and greets, and when they're asked to move for the next person, they'll grab me and be like, after everything I've done for you, I've sent you money, motherfucker. Like, and I'm like, damn, yeah, these women have lost their houses, 30, 40 grand, 70 grand. Yeah.
Holy
There's investigations
moly.
been open for like 2-3 years. Yeah. I'm like open book. I'm like, if y'all think anything, hey, check it over here, because I've told y'all millions of times, I don't have Telegram, Zingy, WhatsApp, another Facebook. I don't even handle the DMs, like, on any of my socials.
Let me check. Where's your phone?
They see, that's an even funnier thing. See, the funny thing, when you gotta ask somebody else for your phone, that's how you know you rarely see it.
Dang. Oh, I cannot wait to get to that point, because
Well,
I am
yeah.
sick of my phone sometimes.
Man, I only keep the black
Handle
one
it.
that's with my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a process, but yeah.
The rock star life. But that's cool. I think it's good that you've recognized how you surround yourself with the good people, and you got to protect your family. Really, you got to protect your family.
Hell yeah,
your
that's
property.
a real big thing.
But girl, how you gonna not know? Like, FaceTime me, and if he doesn't FaceTime me, then this isn't a real relationship.
Oh man, they've come up with the craziest excuses. That's why I always try to end lives, and I'm like, if I'm gonna get off live, and they're probably gonna tell you, I had to say that. I had to be, whatever, and I'm like, look.
They're like, wait, but you winked at me during your live.
No, yeah, little stuff like that. But when I said that, you did. I'm like,
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
Unless he says your name on FaceTime.
Nah, it's not even that. Like, like, you just won't get it. Not in a bad way.
not
like,
gonna
I'm not
happen.
gonna meet you online. I'm not gonna do that. Like, we're not gonna, You know, if you know it's me, you'll know it's me if it's me. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, but even if like we had some fun with it, like I had a promo and I acted like I was getting engaged, and it was kind of crazy because
Okay, I saw this.
I didn't think about it, but all the scammers got mad because I guess all of the women that thought they had been dating me, I technically went public, you know, with a marriage, and guess what it did? Pow, it promoted my song.
No, I kind of figured at the end, I was like, okay, this is probably some sort of promotion because there's a song that's coming out. And then I think later you came out with saying like, okay, it's over now. I was like, okay. It was
Well,
like,
every single post, if you read it, because I made sure it was a big paragraph, because people don't like reading that much. That's just the truth.
I know.
But once
I
you
know.
start writing lovey-dovey shit, it comes all the way, you know, like funny. And at the end, if you put one little sentence, or maybe it's just a new music video.
oh, right. They're
Every
not gonna
time,
read.
no, they're not gonna run it. But guess what? I told you every time. You know, so you know, little stuff like that. But you know, like I've even like run into women and like we just don't want nobody to get scammed out of their money, their hard-earned
Right.
money. Like I'm
Right.
never asking you for money. There you have it again, you know. But you know, they're like, but you did say that you remember you needed $100 so you can go to the gas station for your Uncle Baby Bash who needed a phone card to call me. I was like, my Uncle Baby Bash needs a phone card to call you.
Wow.
Because his phone's off. Okay.
Wow.
Yep.
You know, I'd like to say like, wow, this is shocking, but unfortunately, on these days, in this world, I believe anything. This is nuts. People are crazy.
But I mean, it like I'm not being funny. Like I go to all these kind of events, and when they tell me, they're like, I'm like, yeah, but the scammers are like, bro, that's how it starts. That means you on the way.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, cool, I guess. It's just funny because you go to the TikTok, there's like 1,000 Louie TheSinger pages. There's 1,000 of them.
Oh my
you go through at least 500, and each of them got a video that has more than 1 million views.
Wow.
Those are all fake pages, but I'm not being funny. They just posted the music that I own. And where do you think that goes to?
Exactly. Heyo. So you are signed with a Nashville label. Tell us
Yeah.
about that.
At the moment, right now, I'm currently signed to the biggest country label in the world. Yeah.
How does that feel?
I mean, like I tell everybody, man, don't grasp everything on a deal, but at the same time, look at it as like, man, I got here. You know, I did it. You know, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's 2025, man. The game is, to be honest, is like so different. But to be a part of this, can't even explain it. Like it's a whole different level of wow. The people that signed George Strait, Reba McEntire, Chris Stapleton, the same label that they're on, those same people said, hey, let's sign this dude. What?
Right?
I had to go to the meeting to make sure that they knew it was me. I like, y'all sure? You see this shit, right? But no, it's cool. It's a blessing. Like, and you know, like, I mean, but with labels in any business situation, chairs change. You know, the shift of power changes.
Right.
You know, command a chain, and you know, sometimes those promises that those people promised you, they're not there. And when new people come, they got new promises for new people. So you can't be mad at it's business, you know, at the same time, but. You know, if you're smart enough to be in a situation of a major deal to where you still own everything and to where
Right.
you can walk off at any second, then wow, you know. But
Because we were talking about this off camera that you own your library of music.
yeah, I own my back catalog, my entire back catalog. I own it.
And that's smart as a music artist these days because back then, like you said, the game was very different.
Yeah, well, they wanted to recoup their money back, you know, because you know there was whatever. But I mean. You know, it was a risk for them. But you show them, like, hey, look, this is what I already make, you know, a month. This is what I already get paid for streams. No disrespect, I don't need you, you know.
Right.
We don't have to sign you, but we can partner. How about that? Let's do that, you know. Like, you know, I took Chris to the label. And big shout out to UMG, MCA. They took a chance and allowed me to do it. And they've got such great people up there from on my team from Lauren, Andrew, who's new, like, I mean, Jackie Marushka Lee, who was a part of she was my first PR, and, you know, we got to a late start. She's no longer with the label, but, man, Caitlin, so many great people at the label that, you know, that are specifically for me. You know, I was walking into label meetings with 20 people at a table, right? I'm taking Chris with me, you know, Bob and them. Did you go to a couple of the meetings, Bob? Yeah, Bob went. And, you know, like, when I'm at these meetings, you know, I would leave, and when we left after the big one, Chris goes, I've never seen that. I said, what? He goes, I've never seen anybody walk into a major label and tell them what it was and them say, we don't know. How'd you do this? And then that's what it was, you know? Because the funny part is when everything started rolling, dude, I didn't even have a manager. I didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What
not for real.
moment was that for you?
A manager, really, when I started booking so many shows, I didn't really even have a manager at the time, I just needed somebody to book to handle the booking because it was so many
Okay.
things coming in. To
Okay.
be honest, I used to handle the emails. And
Okay,
so
you were the one who was like, let
all
me
of
look at the
it, yeah,
calendar.
yeah.
Let me answer
And
the
then
email.
and then I had an old friend, my buddy resurfaced, and I hadn't talked to him in a year.
Okay.
And I asked him to I asked him to come to my hometown show. I said, hey, I'm doing a hometown show, little 300 person venue. Can you introduce me? How much you charge me? He said, I'm not gonna charge you, fool. And so now he's my dog. He was my homie. He's still my friend. You know, just business is business. So, you know, but we're always gonna be brothers. We're always gonna be friends. It's love. You know. So he goes to the show and he's supposed to introduce me. And I remember he told me aside. He goes, man, I went outside. He goes, after I heard the first song and they're singing every word, he was like, cool. Maybe that's the one they know. He said, then the second one they sing it with you, and then he's like, wow, that's cool. He goes, after third and fourth, and they kept singing with you. He goes, what the fuck did this guy do? What happened? How did this happen? This was not none of what?
Yeah.
So he walks outside and he said that he saw the owner, and the owner goes, He goes, He goes, that guy's never playing here again. He said, why you say that? He said, this show sold out 6 weeks in advance. There's people from Denver outside waiting, trying to get in just to see him. And I was like, this is the first time we experienced anything like this. And so my buddy at the time goes, what are you doing with this? I said, I'm about to do a sold out show in Albuquerque, 400 people. I'm about to do another 2 sold out shows in San Antonio. I did Little El Honky Tonk was my first San Antonio show. Because there was 2 other venues out here that actually told me that I couldn't play there because they don't play my kind of music, that I couldn't perform there.
Say 'em.
I won't. It's because it's no disrespect. It's just like,
No, I want to know.
Well, one of them's even wrote me to do something there. I think they left them on red. Like I don't handle that. You know, I really don't. But at the same time, big shout out to El Honky Tonk for giving me a
you
chance.
that chance.
So we sold that little room out 2 nights in a row. It was my first time though. We started selling those tickets. That was like 2022, and the show was like in January of 2023. And so I started doing. I did Houston. I did Austin. I did a couple of other ones. And then my buddy told me, he was like, "Hey, do you think you can do these other cities? And how many tickets?" And when I told him, he kept it real. He's like, you know, at the time I was like, okay, he's definitely can only do half of that. Whatever.
Okay.
I actually undersold myself in every city. So I did
Okay.
Warehouse Live. I think we did in Houston, and we did like 500 people. I did, you know, it started growing. And
Okay.
at the time, then that's when mind you, during this, it started in 2022. All these labels are calling. They're like,
2022. So this is post COVID.
yeah.
And you've been making videos,
Yeah.
been making music, you've been
They're
shifting.
calling. They're like, yo, where are you? What are you? What are you? You know, are you? I'm like, I don't know. What do you mean? They're like, is that you riding the horse in the video? I'm like, yeah. They're like, is that you with the lowriders? I'm like, yeah. They're like, would you be open for a Zoom call? I'm like, I don't have that. I'm telling you.
You didn't know how to do Zoom?
Hell no.
Wow.
I was like, nah, you know. And so I ended up, you know, talking to a couple people, and my buddy, like, again at the time, he was like, man, he was like, dude, you got it. And then, you know, he's actually, he used to rap, and I've known him since we were younger, and then he became my manager for about a year. That's how I met Smooth, or how Smooth got back in the pick. And I hadn't seen him for a
Okay, got
year,
it.
but it was dope to have him back on and help us out, because, you know, like, we've always been homies doing music together. He was never my manager. You know, we're just homies that figured it out together. I was 17 when I met him. Like, we were the homies, you know?
Wow.
But we worked together for a year, and, like, I knew, you know, where everything was going to go already. And he already knew that things were going to go, you know, and that was a beautiful thing. But I had so many labels called. I had so many situations and so many songs that I had already written and done that things just started finally going. And we were like, you know, okay, this is getting, you know, like, and, you know, like, he knows we're not mad at each other. It's just, you know, a business decision.
It happens.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, majority rule, you know, and I might be the frontline guy, but man, I'm just one guy on the team. You know, this doesn't work with me alone, you know, and, you know, if a whole team's that you have to run with the guys that had your back and never left. There's a difference.
Damn. Yeah.
There's a
Yep.
difference between knowing somebody that's come and go and come and goes when it benefits them, rather than somebody that sticks around. These guys didn't even make money off me at one point, like, would step out and, like, lose bread, you know? So
Right.
it's been a process, you know? It's been a beautiful one, but you got to remember, I've been doing this 20 years. You're talking about people just being around here and there.
So that means you're almost 40?
Yeah, 35.
Wow.
Halfway
20
through my
years
30s.
in the game. And I bet you everybody's like, he's an overnight success.
I
And
know.
it's been so long.
I mean,
people
shit,
don't know how
I
long.
hear that 80 times a day. It's like, wow.
And you're like, people have no idea what
Yeah.
it takes to do what you do. And just to develop as an artist and to shift. And when this happens in relationships and having children, I mean, people just don't know. They just think it's the
You
nice
remember
and
Playing
shiny part.
Skills back in the day? Playing Skills.
Yeah.
I signed to them too for 6 years.
What?
So like I'm telling you, like I've been a part of so many
Different-
beautiful situations. I was signed in LA with them for a while. Like I've been blessed to be around people that eventually that made this. So I can never claim just like, hey, Louis, I was
It was
around
me.
Grammy Award producers for 6 years, learning day by day how to make beats, how to write, how to create. Like, that's why I write and create this fast. You know what I'm saying? I've seen, but I do absorb well. Like the trial and error stuff I learned with my old manager Lorenzo, because we learned all this stuff together. But like we had to learn stuff with lawyers, all this stuff. Like me and him would get off the phone with a lawyer and talk to each other. Like, wow. Did you get all that? Yep. We're gonna break it down together. And so you have your friends that you learn with, but then I had people I learned from, like Playing Skills. I learned from E-Man, who was one of the big writers over there. Like, I mean, these are guys. I was a part of projects from Daddy Yankee all the way down to, you would never even know I was in Daddy Yankee music video breakdancing at one point.
Where? Which
Yeah,
one?
It was called No Es Ilegal. And
Yeah.
that was it, right?
Okay, I want to make a clip of this, and then we're gonna cut to him doing the dance.
Oh God. And y'all gotta AI me too, right? Yeah.
What song was it again?
Hold on. You're talking about Gasolina. Oh, No Es Ilegal. You're talking about that music video. I don't
No
know
Es
where it's at.
Illegal.
I think so.
Do you speak Spanish? You
No,
sing,
not fluently,
but
but I
you
do,
sing it
yeah.
in your songs. So you're
yeah.
like me. I'm a
They call them
Tex-Mexican.
Yeah, Tex Mexican.
I
Yeah,
can't
it's
really.
I don't even know if you'll find it, but it's a.
Oh, we go find. And if not, one of your stalkers will.
Well, they did Firehouse. They did a couple of records. I was just involved with Playing Skills when they did those records, but like I helped, even like with stuff like with the Cap G and Cino Vest remix, like. We did some of those at a house in Arlington, for Cap G's background vocals and, just getting to be a part of like bigger stuff. I helped write some stuff for Paris Hilton when I was like 23 with Playing Skills. So it's like I've gotten to be around and a part of so many things that led to this. So I can never just be like, yeah, I learned how to sing and I do that. And I learned, even like Bob, Dan, they've helped me with stuff with the keys. They've helped me with stuff like just music theory and understanding stuff like video work. I've been doing my own music videos since 08, 09, for real. And the funny thing is like I've grown with a lot of these directors. I'm shooting with Jeff Adair again, my brother KV, I've been doing videos with for years. And like me and him we got each other down. So all these skits and all these stuff, I write these. A lot of the scripts, all the scripts, all of the like the goofy stuff, the funny stuff, the emotional stuff, that's all me, like I said it in bumpers, but y'all will get to see Monday. But I actually have a huge meeting Monday in Burbank, California. Like,
Okay, light the velas.
this is like
Get the rosaries.
yeah, it's like life changing. Like, and
Okay,
it's crazy.
so what do we need to pray for?
No, it's. I mean, just pray for however it's gonna go, it goes right. Because it's gonna go. We know that for sure. You just gotta hope for the best. But I have a huge meeting on that side of things that pertains like to acting and all that stuff. So it's like, yeah. So it's crazy to think where it's at. So I always laugh when some people try to like claim, my success, because I don't even claim it. I'm like, I know. I'll be like, sure. It's like it's almost as ridiculous as hearing, if I didn't buy that burrito for him back when he was 17, he never ate. He never got that night's rest that would have led to him wanting to sing one day. Like,
Oh my God. I love when I hear stories about myself. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
I'm
juicy.
like, oh, yeah.
It's a
Oh,
lot
that's
juicier
cool.
than it actually is in real life.
it's like, I thought my mom and dad made me, but all right, cool, yeah. And then they're like, well, no, you're there because of me. Why aren't you here?
Right? Okay, so can I ask a favor? I want to do a music video with you. I want to do it, but I want to be like, I've always grown up watching Disney movies, and I just want to be the girl in the novela that like gets the guy on the horse in the ranchito. And I've said this many times on my show, but I just want to
Need
be
the wind hitting you and shit?
Yes, I want to do a novela style music video, and if you could be the director for me, I would be honored to be like, remember that one novela we made? And it could be funny. It doesn't have to be serious.
That'd be cool. I'm supposed to actually be filming out here in San Antonio, a music video.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a big chance. There's a big chance.
saying
Yeah, I'm
there's a
supposed to do, I'm doing one of my sad songs. So, but
You see, so we can make it like all serious, like
see, can we get serious
dun-dun-dun.
too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That could
Dios
actually
mío.
work. It's a tough subject. It's about like on this album. I would say for sure the two that stuck with fans was "If I Die Tomorrow" and "Goodbye," and "Goodbye's" about divorce. And
I
yeah.
heard it in the car. I was listening to it with my daughter, and we were like, "This is so sad,"
Yeah.
but it's a great song.
Thanks. Both of those records weren't even supposed to be on the album. Like they they had nothing to do with the process of making the album. One of them was me just drunk venting in the studio in Nashville one night on one of my free nights. And then one of them was CMA Fest 2024. I had like a whole big breakdown, my anxiety and everything. It was like a bad year for me. And then I went to the Airbnb that day, and to give you the short version, I just told everybody to go to the roof, hang out, and I told my engineer to come downstairs, and we wrote and recorded that song in like 45 minutes. Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how like some of the best stuff you do just comes out?
Oh yeah,
like that.
That's always gonna be the case because it's just natural feeling, you know. You know, that's why like when it comes to jamming, we're always just, if anything, we can't get rehearsals done sometimes because we're in there just jamming. There's a video of Chris doing a solo, and then I'm sliding on my head, and that's a literal video that we have. Like it's just like, you know, just fun, you know.
So what is something that people don't know about you?
At this point, they know everything. Yeah.
There's nothing like it's like a juicy cheese man that you can spill it right now. Like y'all didn't know this, but Louie TheSinger is afraid of cockroaches.
Nah, I mean, I grew up in the hood. We had them, you know.
That doesn't mean you have to like them.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, we had sushi houses in the hood too, and I shouldn't have, but I liked those.
Hey, do you still like the sucia toxica, or do you prefer the classy clean girl?
It depends on what day of the week.
Okay.
Right? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
I just
I'm
keep to
like
myself. I just keep to myself, really. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Lies.
yeah. No, I mean, I do. I don't have a choice. Like, it's just different nowadays. You know.
Oh, well, so I have a problem. My problem with dating is that like every girl wants the Richie, but deep down inside, we really want the Bob, the toxico.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like I just can't, and I'm trying to grow up, and I tell people I may have Peter Pan syndrome because girl, you gotta grow the fuck up. You know?
I had a girl that told me that. She was like, "You're my
You're Bob.
you're my Richie Bob," is what she told me.
Why is it Richie Bob?
Because I sing. She's like, "You're like Bob, but if he sang."
Oh, done.
I know. I was like, "Dang, that's funny." She was like, "Yeah, but you ride a horse." I'm like, never heard it like that. You know, when girls start talking like that, that's when it's kind of not a turn off. It's just kind of like, you know, I just want them to look at me like just talk to me like a regular person and stuff like that. Because not being funny, now I know how women feel. That sounds weird.
I just
and a
want
weird
to be
way to
loved
put
for
it.
myself.
It sounds like a weird way to put it.
hold it.
Right.
Well, and I, not that I'm big as you are by any means, but I do get a lot of "you are my crush."
Yeah.
And you're my crush. I'm like, I'm your crush, but do people actually really want to know their crush? No, it's a fantasy, and it's just they just like the way you look. They don't really want to get to know you.
And
So
you know,
how does that hurt your feelings?
well,
Tell
see,
me.
it's a little backwards with me though, because my songs are who I am. So I'm not lying to nobody. So if that's who you're in love with, the songs, then yeah, that's who I
that's
am.
me.
But like at the same time, you don't really know me as a person, you know. So I want, you know, that I'd rather like meet somebody that gets to know you, you know, wants to do all that, you know. And then plus like I don't know, like I just be like real low key. Like even when I go to a bar with the guys, like we just be in the back chilling, you know what I'm saying? Like I've had plenty of people around here offer me VIP sections and stuff, and we're like, can we just sit at the bar? And they're like, "You sure, Louie?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro."
I'm just
like,
trying to chill. I'm
yeah,
not trying
I mean,
to
not
make
even
the most.
that. Like, man, like no disrespect. Like, unless there's fans there, like they want to like you know, hang out. That you know, then I mean, when there is, yeah. I mean, we're here at a bar. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yep.
public. You know,
Exactly.
Let's meet the people that support the music. Why the fuck would you not? You know what I'm saying? So. I don't want to be put up like, you know, some doll or some shit like every time, you know, like, you know, they already put me in a box.
I'm in VIP and you're not.
You know what's funny is I always wanted to be back in VIP when I couldn't afford it.
And now you can.
And now I don't want to be in there. I'm like, VIP, what does that even stand for? Give me the fuck out of here.
It always works out that way.
I mean, we be there, don't get me wrong. Like if the club is like, hey, it's packed, you know, but we can get a table for y'all.
Give me that
cool,
Cristal.
Of course. I'll take the table and a place to sit down and eat. But they be laughing because they're like, Louie, you want a bottle? Da, da. Man, they look over, everybody's just down in wings. Because we just perform. Well, we just perform. And, you know, a lot of us won't eat before the shows. Chris and them will. They don't care. But I try to keep the bonsai down a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
The struggle's real.
Yeah, so, but not being funny, like, even if, too, like, I started taking my shirt off, you know, to rebel on a couple of places, you know. They wanted me to cover up my tattoos and stuff.
Oh, okay. I was like, why do you take
they're
your
like,
shirt
well,
off?
what
At the
kind of-
club?
No, like, events and stuff like that. They're just, they tell you, they're like, hey, is there any way, what's his wardrobe? Is there any way you can wear long sleeve or da-da? I got a good shirt for you. One guy gave me.
Dang.
I'll take it off. Yeah.
I love it. I like that you're a rebel.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like, it's just my shirt, man. It's just
It's
tattoos.
skin.
It's just, no, it's not even that. It's just tattoos. This is what you were worried about. That bothers you? See how much this makes you mad, you know?
I don't have any tattoos.
No, not at all.
None. And you know why? Because I think I'm afraid of commitment. I think I have an issue. So I like Disney. I like
Okay.
wiener dogs. And I love my daughter.
Okay.
Where the fuck am I going to put that on my body? Like a Mickey Mouse and a weenie and a freaking, like, how is that even going to work? And I don't know what to do. So I'd rather just not do it.
That is awkward. I don't know. I got some friends with some awkward tattoos. Yeah, you should have met Mondo.
I got the chance that, like,
We had-
vida,
what did Mondo
Frankie,
have?
My wiener. My wiener.
He had, yeah. Never mind.
Okay, so I know we have to wrap it up here in a little bit, but okay, so you guys, Aztec Theater. Oh, if we have any questions from your fans watching, please ask them now because we have Louie the Singer in the
Yes.
house. If you are
Ask what you're gonna ask.
just
right
tuning
now.
in, ask it now because the Chisme is hot right now while he's in the house. He's got a show coming up at the Aztec Theater, September 20th. We are going to drop the link, you guys. We got to support our boy Louie the Singer, Mexican American, but he is from Fort Worth, Texas, and he's blowing up. He's been blowing up, you guys. I feel like I'm a little late to the game, actually, but I mean, it is what it is. Timing is everything. But yeah, and so of course, before we wrap, I just, we wanted to see if anybody has any other questions. Say it now. Let me know, Guylan. You can scream it out loud. But like I said, okay, so you're on the road right now. You've got one for the hometown tour, and it's starting in California, and then you're going to move your way to San Antonio. I saw that you performed at Billy Bob's with Michael Salgado.
Yeah, the homie Mike, man.
How was that?
Well, me and Mike really kind of met through online. His son reached out and was like, "Hey, we want to get one with you and my dad." And it was prior to my deal, and I was gonna do it. We got one, and then we wanted to do another one, and then the timing got mixed up, and then eventually we're like, "Let's just do a show together." And then things had grown for me to where I felt like I could hold my own finally, and swapping some favors. So I told him, I said, "Hey, Bubba, I'm doing Billy Bob's, my hometown show. I would love if you could, perform with me as a special guest, because the last time my special guest was Paul Wall, and we did 2,100. I was like, man, that's a blessing to have 2,100 people.
That's a lot.
Pay to go to at home. I grew
In
up
your
5 minutes
hometown.
from there, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was just like, me and my mom, like, I cried after that night. They guys have seen me. I cry all
I
the time.
was going to ask
gotta-
you, did you cry?
I cry all the time, like I used to, like, not being funny, people know my story, like I used to sell drugs, so like when I drive on the freeway in certain areas and exits and like I'm not being funny, I'll be at certain gas stations, I know what's going on, I peep game, I just look away because I'm like, man, I'm not being funny, like that used to be me, like, and it hurts, because I can't go grab that kid and pull him out, he has to do it himself, but I always used to like get like kind of, and it's bothering me now, here we go, damn, this is why I don't talk about this shit, but
Do it.
it goes,
It's okay.
there's, it's just a situation of, things changing and being appreciative of it. But I always used to say, why me? And then I realized when I had got myself out of it, that it built me strong enough to pull other people. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I not did myself. I run my own structure with my own team. I've been doing this for some years now. I got to be doing something right to be able to employ other people, and it's not easy. It's still a job. But the more that we stay focused on what is what, we're good. But I used to say why me, now I say why not, because
Exactly.
it's just the truth. Because every time, and it always happens. I just talked to my good friend Jennifer Pena about this. She said every time it goes bad, Louis, that's why, because it's about to go really good. Either you're gonna make it through or you're not. And I know me. I told her, I was like, I just want to lay down sometimes, but I don't know how. Like, I'm not that guy. I don't know how to give up. I'm like, that's just not me. It's so weird. Like, I want to they'll tell you I don't sleep. And not in a bad way. Like, I'll knock out for 7 hours having a good long day, and I'm up at the ranch at 5:30 on the horse, and they're like, this fool, but it's just who I am.
You have a lot of energy.
And it's like I feel like I wasted a lot of time doing stuff I shouldn't have, and that's why I feel like I got to make up for it. They ask me all the time, they're like, you need to go on vacation or something. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. I'm like, I have kids. If I can't take my kids, what the fuck am I going for? Like, no disrespect, and I don't mean that to nobody like that, but like that's how I think. Like there might be times where I have to take the guys like let's go do this,
Yeah,
But
you're
Josh
gonna get
then will
away.
tell you, hey, bring the kiddos, Josh. Let's go do this. Like that's just what it is. Like, I can't speak for everybody, but I know some people that are cool with just, hey, well, no, it's my me time, and I'm like, dude, Your job is to bring these kids into this world. Your me time should be making sure that the person you bring in, and I've already messed up in my own ways, because I spent a time being a nasty dumbass. My kid grew up to be, like his dad, so I'm having to deal with that, so I don't ever want anybody to think that I'm the parent of the year. I'm literally the fucking opposite of that. I'm trying to be, I'm really just trying, but so yeah, that's just hard to listen to everybody's output or from the outside of how I should be as a father, how I should be as an artist. That's why I be laughing, because I'm like, I don't take offense to it. You know why? And I'll leave it at this: if you're not doing what I am or have, then no disrespect, there's no way I can listen to you. You would not go call Taco Bell for a pizza.
Right.
You just wouldn't. You would not go ask somebody for baseball stats at a football field. You would go to a baseball field.
Right.
So therefore I've learned, what's the point in them talking?
Oh, it's always the ones who have nothing going on for them that have the most to say. What's up, Colin? We got a question? Oh, we got questions.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Oh, yes. Shout out to Carmen. Yes, she's
Good
a
old
big fan. She's a
Carmen.
big fan. Yes. She's
I
a
love
big fan.
Jamie.
Shout out to
Oh my
her.
God.
On my cowboy hat, probably cowboy hat 7.5 Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, good
I believe
question.
so. I believe so.
Do you have meet and greets at all the concerts or no?
It depends. Like I said, we had to stop them because of the security reasons, like the threats and
The
stuff like
girls don't
that.
know how to behave. Women, I'm telling you right now, behave.
We had women sneaking around at Billy Bob's to like the buses and stuff. Yeah, it was kind of wild.
Híjole.
It's cool. It's love. I don't care, but sometimes it's.
Oh,
We were just-
good question.
Wow.
I've been wanting to know that one.
We just actually we just talked about that. Me and Bob talked about that earlier today. I don't want to talk too much about it, but we're working on it. I'm excited. Me and Jen just talked about it too. Again, Detroit, we're trying to make it happen. I mean, we get a lot of offers for Detroit. Like, again, it's nothing against Detroit. It's more like just alignment of it. We didn't get to do Florida. We didn't get to do a couple of cities that are really good for us this year. We didn't get to do them. Just the schedule is crazy. And we're going to end the year, though, with a couple of surprises.
Okay, so stay tuned.
Yes.
Okay. Is that it? Why are you saying this is wild? Is it because it's popping off over there in the comments?
Oh, man, thanks.
My boo.
Well, thank you.
My boo. Cool. Okay, so before we end the show, anything else you'd like to say?
Man, just follow your boy. Like all my
Yes.
baby, stalk me like my baby mamas. Louie TheSinger on all platforms. LouieTheSinger. We just dropped a new project a couple months ago. I mean, the love is crazy. I'm just like the next guy. So if you got a dream, chase it. Whatever it is, music, whatever it is.
I love it.
I'm
And I
proof.
appreciate you stopping by the Bean and Chisme
Thank you.
show
Thank you for having me.
stopping by in San Antonio. Of course, we're big supporters of our gente. So, of course, we're going to push your stuff out, you guys. All the links are here in the comments. But before we leave, and thank you again for stopping by. Before we leave, I got to drop my own stuff real quick.
Boom, boom.
All right, ready for this? Oh, and don't forget the music video that we're going to do, and I'm going to be the novella girl.
Yes.
You guys heard it here. And don't be mad at me, girls. I just want to be a novella girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be with the thing and the thing. Anyway, okay, so I started this thing called the Chingona Club. If you are a bad bitch and you live life by your own rules and you're ready to be unapologetic and live your best life, this is for you, the Chingona Club. I started it because I started losing weight and I decided to choose myself. I did a bikini shoot at the age of 40. I was like, I'm gonna be the baddest at 40. And I started investing in myself. Something a lot of us don't do, especially as Mexican women. We're usually like martyrs, of course. We think that we're last and everybody else is before us. So I'm living my life completely opposite. I am a mom, and this club is for anybody and everybody. You actually don't have to be a female. All you gotta do is drop your email. We've got a link in the comments to join the Chingona Club. I release blogs with lots of personal information about my journey as a mom, as a woman, the things I'm doing, and I wanna share that. That's literally what the Chingona Club is about. A lot of people are like, did you do this and did you do that? And I'm like, girl, read the blog. And that's how you'll find out all the things I do. And I haven't been gatekeeping anyway. If you've been keeping up with my social media, I share everything I do. But yeah, I wanted to say thank you to the Chingona Club sponsors. I officially have sponsors for this club. Monica Gutierrez, who owns Farmers Insurance here in the San Antonio market. Shout out to her because she's also a single mama who's doing it big for her insurance agency and she's growing her business. and also Evolve Human Labs. They do restoration recovery for your body. So you're talking about cold plunges, saunas, things like that, massage chairs. This is a cool place. It's a gym for recovery. So if you're in the gym a lot, this is a place you want to be. And it's all about self-care. So again, Chingona Club is something I've launched. If you haven't seen my transformation, follow me at the Sam Nahera. You're going to see all the before and afters. I may have had one here up on the screen. I don't know if you put it up, but I just wanted to give that plug. And lastly, I do have a comedy show coming up. A lot of people have been asking me, when are you going to do comedy again? I have a stand-up show, guys, in San Antonio. September the 11th. It's called, and Louie, you'll appreciate this, All My Exes Live in Texas. That's what this comedy show is about. I'm going to tell you all about the pendejadas that I have to deal with as a single woman, all the good, the bad, the ugly, and we're all going to just have a great time. It's comedy with my boy Clifton Simmons and Tammy Bernal, the other comedians on the lineup. I'm the headliner, but then we're going to do like a singles mixer afterwards. So girl, come looking good, because you never know, you could meet your husband. And I'm trying to get all my hot guy friends there too. So everybody's going to have a good time at 505 Bar here in San Antonio, September the 11th. My bad. So yes, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the Bean and Chisme Show. As always, it's an honor and a privilege to be your honorary chismosa here in San Antonio. Thank you, Credit Human. Thank you, Moat, for your sponsorship. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.